Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit that like button, also subscribe to my channel. Top 10 Best Luxury Electric Cars 2022. So make sure to watch the full video. It's a mark of the maturity of electric car technology that there is now a very fast-growing market for premium branded luxury EVs. It had been a segment created a decade ago by Tesla, but many manufacturers are now desperate to be seen to be at the very forefront of it, and competition is growing fierce. Some of those manufacturers are offering a luxury angle, others more of a performance bias, some the potential and convenience of an SUV body style, and some a combination of all of those things. Some cars charting here are big, others not so big. And while some come from established automotive industry powers, others are from newer and more disruptive outfits you would possibly not have heard of. 1. BMW X. A BMW like no other is how our man Greg Cable described the X, the firm's new all-electric luxury SUV flagship model, for its I brand. Some critics have used other words to form their feelings plain about the way this car looks and the departure from the classic BMW design type that it and other recent BMW model debuts represent. Be happy to make up your own if you're so inclined. This is a car clearly intended to provoke a reaction. Munich is not any stranger to convention-defying exterior design, though, and it stressed every sinew to make this a landmark electric car. Also as a watershed moment in its transformation from a maker of internal combustion cars to a brand that deals almost exclusively in zero-emissions models. 2. Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo. Porsche has broadened out the range of its first all-electric model, the Taycan, quite a bit since the car first zapped onto the scene in 2020. You'll now have one with one drive motor or two, with four-wheel drive or two, with an indecent amount of power, or simply a lot of it, and also in either four-door swoopy saloon form, or as pseudo-estate-style Cross Turismo instead. It is the kind of breadth of choice that has transformed a breakthrough sporting EV into a luxury segment contender, with enough pull to have outsold every other Porsche model in the UK. The Taycan may be a world-class operator however you configure it, but the extended cargo space and ride height boosted extra versatility of the Cross Turismo version certainly don't appear to weaken the car's dynamic powers. 3. Mercedes EQS. The oldest carmaker in the world isn't taking any prisoners when it comes to the switch to electric mobility. Mercedes' first dedicated EV, the EQC SUV, came along in 2019, and we have seen a few other smaller EQ models along since, but none matters more reputationally than the large one. Stuttgart's all-electric new age limousine, the EQS. Read the headlines about the optional Hyperscreen, which turns the full dashboard into a touch screen, and you'll easily be fooled into thinking the EQS is all about the tech. It seems that is the least impressive part of the car. Everything looks good, and does what it's alleged to, but it's ultimately just three contiguous screens. More notable is the way the EQS slips through the air, making the foremost of its massive 120 kilowatt-hours battery, and helping it to achieve a real-world 400 miles. 4. Jaguar I-Pace. The first luxury electric car from a mainstream manufacturer to directly challenge Tesla at the high end of the market, the I-Pace delivers on its brief with standout handling dynamics, first-rate interior quality, and a striking design that's slightly more SUV than saloon, yet is both attractive and innovative. This car sets the quality for ride and handling among its all-electric crossover SUV peers, delivers strong performance from its twin 197-butt motors, and seems like a premium branded electric car should have an unshackled clean sheet design. The I-Pace will rapidly charge it up to 100 kilowatts, but its slightly disappointing real-world range dents its potential as a long-distance tourer somewhat. 220 miles isn't a result worth celebrating, and moreover, the I-Pace's slightly buggy charging software seems to trip it up more often than other EVs, or when you're out and about, trying to urge plugged in. 5. Audi e-tron Quattro. Audi has distilled the varied qualities for which its revered brand is known and given all of them a new future-proofed home in its first series production electric car, the e-tron Quattro SUV. Sized to suit in between the firm's existing Q5 and Q7 models, but offering interior space to rival the latter, the e-tron is powered by a separate motor per axle and develops 402 BAP and 487 pound-feet of torque in boost driving mode. A Jaguar I-Pace is smaller, lighter, torqueier, and faster. But the e-tron beats its close British rival on overall battery capacity, offering 95 kilowatt-hours of storage, which is sweet for a claimed WLTP combined range of 249 miles. In day-to-day use, expect to work out between 210 and 220 miles of that before the battery goes flat. 6. Tesla Model S. The car that persuaded the planet, an electric saloon, could be a viable alternative to a combustion engine one, and made the EV break into the luxury car big time, remains our pick of Tesla's model catalog for its combination of performance, usability, price, and range. If you merely want a luxury EV that you can charge and use easily with the greatest usable range, the firm's original breakthrough model remains the one to have. In its most potent form, the Model S can accelerate with the ferocity of a super saloon and handles tidily enough, although without the tactile involvement you would possibly expect of such a fast car. Overall, the Model S certainly makes a far better luxury car than a driver's car. 7. Mercedes-Benz E-Key. The Mercedes E-Key is to the EQS what the E-Class is to the S-Class. A minimum of some things in the automotive world still makes sense. It's every inch of the downsized EQS, for better and worse, from its teardrop shape outline to its almost seamlessly smooth surfaces and its ever-gently arsing one-bow silhouette. The EQE uses a shortened version of the EQS EVA2 platform, which suggests there isn't quite room for the same mammoth batteries, but 90 kilowatt-hours of usable capacity remains an impressive number, and means the EQE 350 Plus has a quoted range of 394 miles. 8. Mercedes EQC. An outright triumph in our electric SUV group test in September 2019 heralded the arrival of a replacement all-electric champion for people looking to combine practicality with performance and luxury with sustainability in their next big car purchase, while also securing a car that will easily be used on a daily basis on UK roads. Back then, the Mercedes EQC 400 ignored challenges from key rivals en route to its big moment, overcoming all by virtue of its technology-laden and upmarket interior, its impressive blend of comfort and driver appeal, and its first-rate infotainment and navigation systems. You'll say that an Audi e-tron Quattro is a better luxury car, and a Jaguar I-Pace a far better driver's car, but the EQC's package is nonetheless complete and convincing. 9. BMW X3. BMW has changed upon its strategy for electrification. Having conceived a brand to contain its very first EV and plug-in hybrid, it's now spreading electric cars among its wider model range, and therefore the X3 was the first of its new wave EVs to hit the streets. It is also the first car that BMW has produced in China for export markets. Using a rear-mounted motor offering up to 282 BAP and with a battery of 74 kilowatt-hours of usable capacity for a maximum claimed WLTP range of 285 miles, the X3 isn't quite as fast or as long-legged as a number of its rivals, and priced from £62,000, it is not cheap either. But its trump may prove to be a DC rapid charging potential of up to 350 kilowatts as an option, which may restore an empty battery to 80% in little more than half an hour where a compatible charger is available. 10. Tesla Model X. The Model X is the biggest of Tesla's model army and the only 7-seater. Although it weighs more than 2.5 tons, it's still a car capable of startling performance, although its range suffers somewhat as a result of its bulk. Tesla's Falcon rear doors are the car's big party trick, but take care opening them when the car is in a packed car park or a low-roof multi-story. It's a slightly stiff-legged ride with disappointing cabin isolation and handling that's grippy and direct, but not exactly exciting. This remains about the sole 6 or 7-seat electric car you can buy, but unless you really need something so large, we'd avoid it. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to our channel before you go.